Okay, these are very common questions in exams. They say derive the cosine of alpha plus beta, this formula here, but you're supposed to use this one that we just learned. The cosine of alpha minus beta is equal to cos alpha cos beta plus sine alpha sine beta. Well, the big trick here with this first one is if you're going to use this thing, we have to make this into a subtraction. And how can we make a plus into a subtraction? We'll make it two minuses. That's the big trick. And now we use the formula. Alpha is just alpha, but the beta now is minus beta. The second angle is minus beta. But we just put it all in the formula just like that. The cosine minus beta is cos beta. But the sine of minus beta is minus sine beta, and that's why it turns from a plus to a minus there. The next question, we're going to try and derive this, the sine of alpha plus beta, given you're using the same formula that we just used. Well, the trick here is we know cofunctions. We know that the sine of an angle is equal to the cosine of 90 degrees minus that angle. And to make this question work, we've got to split this part up here. We've got to make it 90 minus alpha and then minus beta. If you try and put 90 and alpha plus beta into the formula, you'll go in a circle and just get back to here. So you've got to make it 90 minus alpha minus beta. And now it's the same thing. See, alpha turns into 90 minus alpha, and beta is just beta. What does it look like? Well, there it is. Beta is just beta, but alpha has been 90 minus alpha. What's the cosine of 90 minus alpha? Oh, it's sine alpha. And what's the sine of 90 minus alpha? It's cos alpha. So we get right back to what we were trying to derive. And there you go. Let's try the last question here. Let's use the 90 minus trick again. We're supposed to derive this formula here that we have on our sheet using this cosine of the difference of two angles. Well, let's do the same trick. This time go 90 degrees minus alpha minus beta. And let's do the same trick here. Let's make it 90 minus alpha, but we're going to have to make it's minus a minus. We want to keep the minus, so make it minus beta, just like it is right here. 90 minus alpha is my first angle. Minus beta is my second angle. Just stuff it in the formula exactly. There's your alpha, there's your beta, which is minus beta now. And then just work it out. What's the cosine minus alpha? Well, it's sine alpha. What's the cosine minus beta? It's cos beta. So there you go. And what's the sine of 90 minus alpha? It's cos alpha. But the sine of minus beta is going to turn that plus into a negative. And that's very nice because now it looks exactly like the formula that we were trying to derive. Now, in your formula sheet, it looks just like this. All four sum and difference identities look like that. And we just derived them all using cosine alpha minus beta. All done. I hope that helps.